Hey guys, welcome back. In this video we're going to discuss all about how to create a chat application using HTML CSS and also JavaScript. So let's look at the project that we're going to create it. I'm going to write inside there hi and use the arrow sign. Then the robot will help us to display the message. How can I assist you today? So let's use the how to use reduce method in JavaScript. So I'm gonna use it, then it will display the how to use reduce method in JavaScript. Behind that have a Chat GPT API. So I'm gonna show you how you can use it and how you can maintain this one application. So in a minute you will get the result because this is the API. So it will take a time depending on your question, right? Right now guys, this is a reduce method usage of that, and yeah, have a cool thing inside there, right? So I'm going to show you how you can create it from scratch. So I'm going to close my browser and go to my code editor. Inside that I have a HTML file, style.css and script.js. So first of all we need to design the application. So let's start design the application. So I'm going to use container cards. Inside the card I will use card header. Inside the card header I will use h2 and use chat application. After that I will use card body, but after that card body, inside the card body I will use chat, this is a class. Also I will use chatbot class, chatbot. Inside that I will use span tag. In the span tag I will use class user icon, and inside there I will use I tag, use class robot, and then I will use the paragraph tag, use how you today, like that. So I'm gonna get that and paste it second time. In the second time I need to use, this is the chat and that is our user, right? And yeah, I'm gonna use it but I'll use robot. This is the font away some icon. I already mentioned the link inside there, so you need to include that. Yeah, so I'm going to use user. This is the font away some icon that help us to display the robot, and font away some icon as a user. So inside that I'm going to ask the question. So this is the static data, but we'll convert it. How to use filter method in JS, right? So set, this is the card body. After the card body I will use the card footer. In the card footer I will use the text area, and name is message. I need to use class is input chat, and I will use the column is 50, or you can use a 10 is best, and the row is 1, right? And I will use the placeholder, right? Ask me anything, like that. And after the text area I will use the signing icon, and inside that I will use class regular pepper plan. This is the icon, so we need to open that in the browser. Right now I have a robot icon, text area, and our sending icon. So let's move on the CSS. So we need to save, and the CSS system number 1 you need to reset the property. So I'm going to padding 0, margin 0, box sizing border box, and then we need to select the body tag. We need to use display property flags, align item center, justify content center, and height I will use 100 VH. I need to display the content in the center of the page, so we need to use these properties. So yeah, it's up here in the center. Another property is font family. I need to use properties and sans serif. So yeah, cool. And then I need to select the container tag. In the container I need to assign the width 640 pixels, 640 pixel. Background color I will use 17202i, and also I will use the background color inside the body, background color hash C9D6FF, and also I will use the linear gradient color to right is hash 2E E2, and also I will use the same color that is used inside the body. So we need to save. Let's look at that. Right, so inside that I will use the border radius 10 pixel, and also I will use the box shadow is 5 pixel 0 10 pixel RGB 000.30. So we need to save and look at that. Let's move on the next section, card header. In the card header I need to use the background color is hash 212 F3D, and also I'll use the border radius is 10 pixel 0 0. So I'm going to use padding 1 rem to make a space. Color is white, width will 100%. So we need to save and look at that. This is our header. So let's move on the body, in the body of the card. Right, so I need to select the card. In the card I need to use the overflow is Y means top and bottom is auto, means when user will enter long messages the chat will continue inside the body. So I need to display the scroll bar, so I need to use overflow Y auto, and also I need to use, first we're gonna save and I'm gonna show you how that will appear. I will use many messages. So right now I have a long message, but I want to display the scroll bar in the side section, so I need to use the overflow Y, right? Also I need to use the, in a minute I will show you, I will use card body. In the card body I will use the padding 0.8 rem, font size is 1 rem, height 600 pixels. Once you hit the 600 pixel, then it should be display the scroll bar in the side section, right? So I need to use the overflow Y auto on there. Save, and right now I can't see the scroll bar inside there, but I will write many messages and I think it should be displayed. So yeah, it's up here right now as you can see. So we need to fix that by using CSS properties. So in the CSS I need to use colon WebKit hyphen scroll bar, and I need to send the width will 5 pixels. This is my custom scroll bar. I will manage it hyphen WebKit scroll track. So I'm going to use box shadow 0 inside 005 pixel, and the color is gray. Right, and also I'll use the border radius 5 pixel. So let's add another property is colon WebKit scroll thumb. So inside that I will use the background color hash and 2C3E50, and also I'll use the border radius 5 pixel as well on there. So we need to save, and look at that. Right now, as you can see, behind that I have a gray color, and this is our scroll bar. But when you will increase the width in a minute, so width I will use 20 pixels, then it should be displayed the large. Right now, as you can see, right? But I will leave the default is 5, right? So let's move on the next card body chatbot, right? So in the chatbot I need to use display flags, align item center, then I need to select that card body. Inside that have a user class. So in the user I need to use display flags, align item center, and justify content, and I want to display the user message in the right side. Right now, as you can see, those are our robot messages and those are our user messages, right? So yeah, I will just select the same thing like this one, and inside it have a paragraph tag. So I'm going to change the background color hash 3498db, and I will use the border radius is 10 pixel. Padding I will use padding 0.8 rem. I will use the width will be 50%, and last thing I'm going to add it white space pre-wrap that help us to display the wrap the messages inside our chat application. Right, cool. So I'm going to grab that and paste it. Just change the user, right? In the user I need to change background color is hash 28B463, and yeah, I will use all of the things is similar, so we need to save. Look at that, right? Yeah, great. And then I need to select the in a minute chatbot comma dot user. So I need to use margin 1 rem, top and bottom, left and right 0 to make a space of the chat section right now. Cool. So let's select the icons that is up here inside the chat. The user hyphen icon. So inside that I need to assign the width 45 pixel. Height is 45 pixel. Font size I will use font size 1.5 there. Display flags, align item center, justify content center, border radius I will use 50 pixel, and then I will use margin right to make a space in the right side, right? So we need to save. Let's look at that. Have a space in the right side between our icons and our chat message, right? Cool. So let's select the user, but I will use the border 2 pixel solid hash 212f3d inside the robot, right? And I need to select the age in a minute. User icon fa robot, and I need to change the color is hash 3498db, and the user I need to get it, and that is fa user. In the fa user I will use green color like this one. So, and look at that, right? Perfect. So let's move on the card footer. In the card footer I need to use display property flags, align item center, justify content space between, and I will use the margin top and bottom 2 rem, left and right 0. So have a space, our chat section and our text area, right? Cool. Let's select the card footer. Inside that have a text area, so I need to select it, and I'm going to use resize none, border none, outline none, font family is in height, and as well 100%, display flex, and yeah, I'll use the padding 1.5 and is best. Background color is hash, like that, and border radius height is 10 pixel. Font family, yeah, grid color is white, and font size 1 is best. Right, so we need to save. Look at that. Right, and we need to fix that. The issue, I want to fix it to display that in the bottom. So I need to use the position is absolute and use bottom 0. So we need to save. Right now it doesn't appear perfectly on the chat application, so I need to select my main container inside. In a minute I will show you card. In the card, not there, but yeah, so yeah, inside there I need to use position as relative. So yeah, it's appear perfectly on there right now, as you can see. Right, cool. So I think everything is perfect, but last thing I need to set a bit is our icon. I can't see right now the icon inside there, so I need to fix the icon issue using CSS. So I need to target the sending icon, so I need to use position is absolute and right will move 30 pixel. So and it's up here, and we need to work on that. Sending icon paper plan, that is font away some icon code, so I need to use color is white, font size is 1.5 m, cursor is pointer. Save and look at that. Right, cool. So last thing we need to work on but I need to check that. Yeah, I need to move on the JS, and the JS we need to display the messages and control the complete chat using JS, right? So first of all, you need to get the value from the HTML documents. So I'm going to use query selector. The first one is input chat. Inside that have a value. The next one is btn element document query selector. The btn element is ff paper plan. The next one is const card body. In the card body I will display all of the chat using JS, right? So you need to select 3 elements and assign that in the variables. So let's create a variable user message and assign the value just like an empty variable, right? Then the next thing you need to call the btn element add listener, which event, click event. When the event is executed, then I will execute the function. Like I will create another function, manage chat, right? So we need to create that function manage chat, right? So in the manage chat you need to get the value from input field, right? So user input, but I need to target my user message, and in there I need to get the value from input element, and also I will use the trim function to remove the space. So let's look at that, what you will get when user will click on the button. So I'm going to open console, right? Anything, click on that. Yeah, I'm getting the result from input field and appear inside the console. Cool. The next one is I use if statement. If the user message is not empty, then return the program inside there. After that, I will use the input element dot value. When user will enter something, then the message will appear as empty. Right, cool. So let's move on the next function that will help us to display the complete chat. Right, so we need to create a function like messages. So I'm going to create a message element. So inside that I will passing the parameter the message. The next one is class name. That is our arrow function. So inside that you need to create a variable chat element, and you need to create a element, which element? Dev. After that you need to select the chat element and add the class. Which class you will add? Chat. In a minute I will show you. So I have used the chat. Go to top. I just remove other ones because I just leave 1 and 2. I need to remove another. I just show you how you can display the scroll bar. So I have assigned in a minute, just a minute. So I have assigned the same classes chat and chat, but another classes are changed, right? Chatbot and user. So we need to fix that inside there. So the first one class is like chat, that is assigned on both of chat boxes. The next one you need to select is comma and its literal template, and passing the parameter is class name. The class name is coming from the parameter that is a function, right? So next one is you need to create a variable content chat content. Inside that I need to use the class name. I need to use the condition triple equal to is chatbot, like that, this one. Then I need to display the, in a minute, I need to display the message like this one. Copy and paste. So inside this one area, paragraph area, you need to use literal template and passing the message. Otherwise you need to use the else statement. In the else statement you need to display the user message. Just a minute. That is there. In a minute I need to check the problems. Yeah, I will use another. In another I will use it the same thing that is coming from the parameter message, right? So that is our if else statement that is appear inside the chat element, right? So next movement is you need to target your chat element and use inner HTML and assign the chat content like this one variable. The data is appear inside the chat element, so we need to use return keyword chat element. When you will call that function, it will give us the chat element. In the chat element have a complete this one code with the help of if else statement. If we will assign the class chatbot, then we will get the chatbot message. So let's try it to using inside our project. So inside there I need to target card body element, and I'm going to use a pen child. The first one is I need to target my user message. The next one is the class is user, so we need to save, and I'm going to use hello. use it. One parameter. In a minute, just a minute, it will give us the one parameter. So I need to target my message element function. Inside that I have two parameters, so I need to paste that, save, and I think it should be display the message hi. Yeah, it's up here, right? But also I need to display the robot message. So what I need to do on there, I need to use set timeout function, curly brackets. Inside that I need to target my message and the same message, but there is chat, but that is class name. So I think, and also I need to display the static message like thinking. So and write message hi. I can't see the message right now, guys. The thinking message, it doesn't appear right now. Okay, in a minute. And I think it should be display hi. No, not now. Okay, I will try it another way, but I'm going to use it same thing, and I'm going to grab that and paste on there, and inside that I need to use thinking like that, and that is class is chatbot. So I will manage it all later. This time I just display the message hi. Yeah, it's up here, but also I need to add the time period after a few seconds, so I need to use comma 600. So let's say hi. Yeah, it's up here. Cool, everything is working perfectly on this time. So let's move on. The API means when I will use the message, then the message will display inside the API. The API give me the response. So the steps is very simple. So you need to get the API. So let's look at that, how you can get the API. So I'm going to use Google Chat GPT API. So you need to use the keyword Chat GPT API and open the first one link. Inside there you need to log in the account. So I'm going to click to log in, and I need to get the API. So I think I'm logged in my account right now, as you can see. So in there you need to click on the API keys. You need to get the API key like that. So I'm going to create another key is chat application, and click to create a secret key. It will give us the secret key right now in a minute. Puzzle. So just a minute. And I think it should be not now. Okay. Yeah, it will give us the API key. Yeah, here is the API key. So I need to copy the API key, and we need to create a variable like key. And the next one is you need to get the URL, API URL, right? So I need to go on the documentation and select the API references. Inside that you need to get the, in the right side, I'm gonna find out where is the API key. Completion. So you need to select the completion. In the completion you need to get this one API key, right? So that is a post method, and the API key, API URL. So I'm gonna use URL and paste it inside there, right? So I have API key and I have a URL, right? So we're gonna use it to display the chatbot message. Right, cool. So yeah, I will create a function, then it will help us to display the message. So where I will use the manage chat, and that is our cons check generator. So inside there you need to create a object. So let's create object cons request option. So inside that you need to use the method is post, and then you need to use the keys headers. In the headers you need to use content type is application/JSON, and then authorization is barrier, your API key barrier. So those are data, those data is coming from there. So in a minute I will show you in a minute. So where it is, I'm also searching. JSON. Right now as you can see, authorization barrier, your API key, content type is JSON, and you need to add few more things. So yeah, I need to leave the double quotation, paste, just a minute, paste only the authorization. Right, so next moment you need to add it is body. In the body you need to use JSON dot stringify parentheses curly bracket. In the curly brackets you need to use the model. The model is GPT -3.5 turbo, and use comma. Then the next you need to use the message. In the message you need to use colon array. Inside the array you need to use curly brackets. In the curly brackets you need to use a role. The role is system, and content is your variable that is up here top of your page, message. That's it. So also those data is have inside this one page, you need to get that, but I have written it inside there. So finally you need to use the API. You need to get the data with the help of API. Once you get it, then you need to call the fetch function. So let's call the fetch function. In the fetch function we need to pass the two parameters. The first one is URL, the next one is request object, request option that is coming from there, right? And then you need to use then method. In the then method you need to pass the result. The first result will help us to display the data, but we need to convert it as a JSON format, so we need to use JSON, right? After that you need to use one more time then method and use data. It will help us to display the data. So let's look at that, what you will get inside the page. But we need to call the function inside. Just a minute, I'm going to copy it and paste it inside there. Just one time I just check that it's working or not. So it's hello, click on that, The API is unauthorized. You didn't provide an API key, you need to provide an API. Okay, I need to check the API key. Okay, here's the API key. So I need to check that problem. What is the problem right now? Authorization, that is API key. Okay, I need to get the API key one more time, so let's see. Okay, it will give us in a minute. I'm going to check that why I can't see that. Just a minute guys, I think I need to check the API key, API URL in a minute. So I need to get the API references, and in a minute I will need to find out IDEO. That is IDEO. Right, so I think yeah, it's a chat application. So I'm gonna grab that, and yeah, here is the problem right now guys. So inside it I need to add the chat, so I think it should be display the problem not. So let's try it in the console. So one more time, I'm gonna use hi, click on that, not that. I have a problem right now. You must be provide the model. Right now guys, here's the problem. Model spelling is bad, so I'm gonna change it as a model. So I think it should be display the message inside the console. Yeah, it's appear in the console. So I need to get the message from choices, index number 0. In the index number 0 have a message and have a content. So we need to get that data and display it inside our project or inside our application. So what I need to do on there, but before using it, I need to add the catch error. So in the error I need to select the what, but before selecting it, so in a minute I will share you few things. So in a minute, where it is, that is, I want to display the message inside the robot like that. So I need to assign the ID or class like a robot, right? So we will use this one element or this one function to get this one data, right? So what I need to do on there, I need to pass the parameter inside there, like a robot. You can write any name as you want. So you need to get the data, right? So I'm going to use robot parameter dot robot, means I target the particular parameter that query selector robot. So I need to use that equal sign. So I need to target that variable to display the message. So let's see, I need to use text content robot content equal to data dot choices. In the index number 0 have a message dot content. That's it, and I think it should be display the message, but I think I need to set up it in a minute inside there. So inside there have a one parameter that is passed on the robot. So I need to pass it as what? In a minute, I will manage it. So set timeout and const robot message, and I'm gonna use message element function, right? And inside it I'm gonna use thinking like that, and then next parameter I'm gonna pass chat bot, right? So the data is appear inside the robot message. So inside that append, why I'm gonna use append, I'll use append. So inside that I need to pass it as a robot message, and also we need to pass the same thing inside there. Yeah, cool. So, and let's try it hi and click to OK. Yeah, the messages appear inside there. Great. Cool. So let's fix the issue inside there. So I need to target the same thing like this one, and we need to target the error message, but when you will display it like this one, right? So that's our chat application. So yeah, I think it should be display the perfect result, but I need to remove the static data from there. So command out, save, and yeah, let's try it one more time. Hi, click on that. So it will give us the answer, but I think I need to work on the enter button. When I will hit enter, then display the message and so on and so forth, but I am using only click the button. So I need to go on the JS. So inside that I need to select the input element that add MLS now, which event you will use input. The first one is input, then you need to use e.primitive. Then you need to target e.target, means current input element. Inside that I'm going to use the key down, passing the parameters is keyboard. You can pass any parameters you want. So inside there I'll use keyboard dot key equal to enter, then comment F40 and execute the function. Which function? Manage chat function, like that. So first we're gonna see, yeah, this is my previous answer, JavaScript frameworks, and those are details. So we need to save, and let's try it using keyboard. Hi, let's see what happened and what it will give us. So just a minute, we need to check. Yeah, it's perfect. So you can use this one tactics to use the add MLS now when user will enter inside the input field. You can also use different ways to use the keyboard keys to display the message, like enter or backspace or space. You can add it inside there. So this video is all about how you can create a chat app using HTML CSS and also JavaScript. So thank you very much for watching. Have a nice day.